In this video, you'll see how to make a fault line cake using sprinkles and gold dust, and also how to get creative with buttercream. Hi, it's Lorelei. Welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time, welcome to Wedding Cakes for You Cake Tutorials. If you want to build your skills and confidence to create beautiful cakes and memories, subscribe and ring the bell. This cake is a 3-layer cake, and I would like it to be 4, so I'm going to go ahead and add an extra layer. You want your cake to be tall for this style of cake. First, you want to start by crumb coating your cake to make sure you seal in the crumbs. This is my IMBC, or my Italian meringue buttercream recipe. The link is below to get a free download of my top 5 buttercream recipes, and that's at my website, Wedding Cakes for You. Mix and match your favorite colors and textures of sprinkles, dragées, and various other things. You can get really creative with this. You can use other edible things besides sprinkles. Your cake will need to be refrigerated for at least 10 minutes before moving on to this next step. You want to add a line of frosting around the cake where you want to add your sprinkles. A cookie sheet definitely helps to keep the sprinkles from going everywhere, but you probably will end up with some on the floor and on your counters. Depending on what you're planning on doing with the top of the cake, you may want to leave it just the way it is if you're going to cover it with sprinkles, which I actually did in my last design like this, and I will leave a link for you to that cake design at the end of this video. So I decided with this cake I wanted to make it nice and smooth, so I smoothed the top. Fill a large pastry bag, this is a 16-inch, fitted with a 789 icing tip with buttercream. You can also use a spatula or a regular large tip to apply the buttercream, but this does save time and it puts on a nice thick, even coat. This 6-inch 4-layer cake required a full batch of my buttercream recipe, which is about 4 cups. You can try my wiggle method to even out the buttercream and just keep smoothing until you're satisfied. Make sure not to press too hard because you could actually drag the buttercream off and maybe even get some of those dragées and sprinkles in the buttercream. You may want to leave the edges rough. It looks really cool that way as well. And I will leave a link at the end of this video to the previous fault line cake design for you that I actually left the rough edges and I put sprinkles on top. Refrigerate your cake and then smooth it even more if you want with a bench scraper if you have one. Also, if you're looking for tools, I have all my recommended tools in one place at my Amazon shop, and I will leave that link below for you too. So using a little bit of gold or silver dust mixed in with a little bit of almond extract and a paintbrush, just start applying to the edges of the fault lines. To make the buttercream decorations on the side of the cake, simply create shapes with a spoon or spatula and then add sprinkles. They need to be frozen for at least 5 to 10 minutes, and then you paint the edges with the gold dust. I decided to leave the bottom edge raw and paint it with gold. Be warned that the buttercream pieces melt really quickly and they break easily as well. So just make a bunch and go with whatever happens naturally. That's what I did, and it turned out really cool. So have fun, and I would love to see your version of a fault line cake. Use hashtag Cakes with Lorelei or head over to Wedding Cakes For You Facebook and share it there.